Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session of Agile Business Analysis webinar. I'm Rashmi. I'm a senior business analyst, having close to 14 years of IT industry experience. I am an Agile practitioner and I coach Agile aspirants, Agile business analyst aspirants. So before we start this session, I would request everybody to please mute themselves to avoid any crosstalk so that it doesn't hamper on our way. So we will have different questions and answers during and after the session. So let us start. I'll switch off my video for any disturbance. So am I audible to everybody? You can just message in the chat window. Yeah, so today's agenda is Agile background, a bit of setting the Agile context for today's webinar, why Agile Business Analyst, the required skills and certification, and the roadmap to become an Agile Business Analyst. The takeaways by attending this session, you will have an understanding of the business analysis in Agile environment and how can you prepare for becoming one. So, all right, let us get started. So, as many are already aware, the business analyst role in the IT industry is quite rewarding and promising as a career. The reason is simple because they play an important role in the success of projects and eventually the organization. They plan the strategy and its execution in quite an organized and structured manner. So in this webinar, we will be shedding some light on the roadmap to become an Agile Business Analyst. This session will help you plan your path for Agile learning and applying it in business analysis domain. So I'll start with Agile and its importance. For this, I will take the 14th Annual State of Agile report. While the report is widely available on the net, I have taken few pointers for today's discussion on Agile adoption. So 14th Annual State of Agile Meet was held in May 2020, last year. The report says that many organizations are transitioning to Agile from traditional one. Over 40,000 Agile executives, practitioners, and consultants have participated in the State of Agile survey since the inception of Agile. This survey provides insights into the application of Agile across different areas of the enterprise and how about value stream management. The survey report shows quite interesting trends. Analysis shows a direct correlation between the success factor and Agile adoption. So one of the trends describes that Agile empowers adaptability and visibility. The ability to manage changing priorities and project visibility are the top two capabilities reported as having improved as a result of Agile implementation by the organization. The other improved capabilities of the organizations, which were noticed, are business versus IT alignment, team morale, delivery speed versus time to market, and team productivity. The responded organizations to this survey came from different domains, to name few, from technology, professional services, government, industrial, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, education, and many different industries. So you can see how Agile is touching all these domains, means all our walk of life. IT gurus are predicting that the future is even more Agile due to the reported success mentioned by most of the respondent organizations. One can see rise in number of organizations adopting Agile. The success measured is focused mainly in terms of customer satisfaction and business value. So now you got to know why future is Agile. Now let us see some benefits of Agile. We have just taken few of the major factors with data of why organizations are adopting Agile. As you can see from this slide here, 70% of the respondents mentioned that after adopting Agile, They were able to manage the changing priorities, which is one of the core of Agile. The agility means that the organization, the project, or the team is ready to accept the change as and when it comes. So the reluctancy towards changing is less, and hence the priorities are also set accordingly. Next, 65%. You can see here 65% of the respondents mentioned after adopting Agile, they could see evident alignment of their business with IT. Now, since Agile empowers the team and the collaboration with the stakeholders are quite high in Agile, this results into a good understanding of what is being done, and it is shared with the team. So definitely the alignment of business with IT will be high. Next is 60% of the respondents mentioned that the delivery speed or time to market had gone up. The techniques which are used in Agile ensure that the cycle time of development is shortened. So Agile practices are in such a way that the delivery is fast paced. You have different techniques like MVP, MMP, minimal viable product, and minimal marketable product, which ensure that the product is created to kind of launch into the market or to be used for the early adopters. And then you get feedback to improvise on the product being built upon. So these data demonstrate how Agile can be of benefit, what values it can bring to the organization. In fact, 26% of the respondents mentioned that the project cost also was reduced after adopting Agile. By how much, that depends on the industry in use. And 46% respondents mentioned that the software quality was higher. Multiple other factors were there which talk in support of Agile benefits. So this slide summarizes the question of why Agile. Now we will quickly move to the next slide of business analysis.
Yes, demand for business, Agile Business Analyst. Actually, it should be not business analyst, Agile Business Analyst profile. So in last webinar also, I shared this good news. And again, this time, I want to share again with you all of growing demand of business analysts in the market. This is the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, which stated that the employment of management analysts, including business analysts, is expected to grow 14%. Mind it, 14% between 2018 to 2028 in 1 decade time only. Meaning that all the analyst profession, including IT analyst, research analyst, product owner, architects, and similar professionals will be growing up by 14%, which is way much faster than the growth in any other field. And what I'll suggest you after this webinar, you to just have a check for opportunities in different job portals for business analyst role. You can see the number of openings, the opportunities there are just heartwarming. The demand of business analyst is growing up way faster, and it is good for both. It is good for us who are in the related field. And here is another opportunity to grab for us. Not that any person can apply for this job. The organizations want to invest on people who have specific talent. They want to rely on people having a specific skill set. Business analysts are they bring highly sought after expertise to companies of all types, domains, and sizes. They bring value to the organization. Value can be in terms of revenues, increase in their sales, increase in the efficiency, and solving complex problems. So now that we have understood the importance of business analyst role, we need an agile business analyst to fit in more in the agile environment, because the whole context is different in predictive planning or traditional approach, and adaptive planning or in iterative or incremental approach. So to people to understand this, waterfall, the traditional approach, is more of predictive planning, it is called, and agile, it is iterative or incremental approach. So it is why agile business analyst profile is in much demand. It is same logic As for specific cardio need, a person would prefer going to cardiologist instead of seeing a general practitioner, isn't it? So the same way, agile business analyst profile is high, very high in demand. Now let us understand the agile agile business analysis roles and responsibilities. So, in the previous webinar, we discussed about the changing responsibilities from a BA to an Agile BA. If anybody interested, again, they can please go through the link which I just pinged in the chat window. For today, we will be focusing on Agile BA. So, number one is the communication. So, you just asked the question. We are on the same slide actually. Yeah. So, the communication, bridging the communication gap is the core competency required. You are the liaison between the client and the technical team, eliciting and understanding the requirements and making the development team understand that is the basic expectation from you. You are supposed to document them, document the requirements in what we call it as user story, and then, and then add the acceptance criteria to test it. At the same time, you ensure that everyone means that the developers and the testers have the same understanding of the product. Requirement engineering is also expected from a BA, where you own the responsibility of the requirement and its management in the backlog, the product backlog per se. Prioritizing the product backlog items is another basic expectation from you. Next important one is aligning the team with the product roadmap. So this is another essential responsibility of an agile business analyst. You have to take responsibility of product grooming. When you get the requirement, you create the document accordingly, which is understandable by the product development team. Depending upon the context, you create different diagrams, flowcharts, UML diagrams as needed. So you can just put everything together in one document and you can just attach it to the user story. Depends on how you want to take it up in your project. How the project is also, it depends on understanding the project as well. So you groom the team on the requirement. What is the increment from the as is to the desired to be product? So this also means that you are doing the backlog refinement, which is another technique, backlog refinement, well. So next is, yes, this is very much important, supporting the team for on-time and quality deliverables. So as a business analyst, as an agile business analyst, you have to ensure a quality product. That is something uncompromisable. You have to help the team on their day-to-day work whenever it is required. So for example, during the sprint planning meeting, the team has to estimate the work. Estimate the work in relative estimation we do in Agile in story points. So in case team finds some impediments on their work, allow them to be comfortable to speak up. Use your decision-making skills to prioritize the work accordingly and communicate to the stakeholder. And this will, happen regularly. This can happen regularly. So, yeah, roadmap to become an agile business analyst. So I reiterate the 3 steps is to learn, connect, and execute from my previous webinar. These 3 steps are very, very important. So first, learning and applying it will take you a long way. The business concepts should be clear to you. Business analysis concept should be clear to you. Acquire domain specific, basic knowledge, be it financial, insurance, industrial, manufacturing, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, education, telecommunication, retail, transportation, energy, any domain if you want to. And there are so many, domains to choose from. A person already working as a developer or a QA or a tester has an opportunity to grow as a business analyst in the same domain they are working on. And candidates who want a BA role outside their working domain, learning is the only way to build on their knowledge. So learning, after that, we recommend to connect. The next step is to finding the right set of people to connect with. But before this, you need to have a crisp profile of yours, which you would like to share with your, professional connects for your professional growth. I suggest, instead of just forwarding your profiles to all your connect, choose the righteous connection to send your profile. With the current situation, you can find various online platforms and different forums for professional connect. There are, different groups available on Facebook and LinkedIn. These groups are available for like-minded people who share the same interest. You will get multiple opportunities and discussions where you can participate, learn, and share. And personally, I find LinkedIn very professional and very helpful at the same time. Sometimes back, I was part of group which focused on agile developers, and I could see, post on multiple openings there. At least you get pointers where to start, right? So these members are connected with their intellect, and they believe in only one thing: to help others to grow, so that they can also grow. And there are, other than this, there are a lot of hackathons also happening for business analysts. And credit to the current situation, everything is online these days. So you can, take benefit of out of this opportunity. And then lastly, we suggest to execute your learning. Apply the learnings wherever and however possible. Else, you will start forgetting things. I encourage you apply in your daily activities. Last webinar also, I mentioned the same thing. Find ways to utilize your learning, else it will just pile up and you will not be able to, recollect how to apply. For a simple example, a technique called SWOT analysis, if many people will be aware of SWOT. So analyze yourself to know about your weaknesses and strength. SWOT, to people who don't know, it stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So it is a very popular and powerful technique. Let's say you find your weakness as gaining weight. So these days everybody is working from home. So this weakness will be there. So immediately you can find opportunity to exercise, find opportunity to enroll yourself in yoga or zumba or any other class, because this weakness is related to a threat which is hampering your, which can affect your health in some negative way. So this is just an example which I gave of SWOT analysis, how you can apply your learning. And another example of agile context I always give is, this is one of my favorite, of retrospection, which I always tell that the pillars for agile mindset is inspect and adapt. In your day to day life, you can introspect yourself. How, take one example of a simple task, and think about how did it go, how did the task go, what better could have been done. So this is an interesting way you can learn, and this learning can be imbibed in you. So this is the roadmap to your learning. Now coming to this AAC course, many questions were raised for this AAC course. This slide, we will be focusing on how to take your learning forward. If you want to elevate your career, here is valuable advice on this AAC certification. You can think of the certification provided by IIBA. IIBA certifications are worldwide recognized. And International Institute for Business Analysis is a leading organization in business analysis courses and certifications. Since long, the certification is of really high repute, and it is widely accepted by almost all the IT companies. And AAC certification has absolutely no mandatory eligibility criteria. Somebody asked just before this. So there is no mandatory eligibility criteria. You have to just have 2 to 3 years of experience as a business analyst, so that you are, comfortable with the questions. And there will be 85 questions to be done in 2 hours time. We at Techcanvass, we are IIBA endorsed education provider and also ISQI Germany training partner. We mentor business analyst aspirants to help them grow in the career. We provide consultation to mid-level experienced professionals in different domains like business analysis, analytics, testing, many different other different industry domains. We conduct AAC course. For the mentioned AAC course, we have systematically designed study material beyond IIBA provided guide. So in fact, I have created a small video on what you will get from the AAC self-learning course. And the video is available on the YouTube channel. This is the video link. And I will share the link in the chat as well, so that you can, if you want, you can have a check later. So this is the link of what I have created the video. It's just a short video of 5 minutes. You can just have a check there. So let's see, to brief you, other than this IIBA guide, we have a study guide and videos for self-paced learning. It is a self-paced learning course, and you have 500 plus mock questions for your practice. You will get different crosswords, puzzles, matchmakings, objective type questions to help you enhance your learning. Most of these questions are scenario-based questions, so they are unique in every sense. So the candidate will be benefited on the working knowledge. Then you will get keywords reference in the flashcards. This will help you refreshing your understanding on AAC course. Then for each candidate, we have performance reports. This provides evaluation of candidates' learning. It gives analysis on the weak areas to focus on. We have multiple case studies as well from which the candidate can update the concept and get comfortable with it. So this is it. For any detail, you can contact us at info@techcanvass.com, or you can call us at the number mentioned. The Techcanvass team wishes you all the very best in your career. Thank you so much for your time.